Our choices have consequences, sometimes positive, sometimes negative. Poor choices often have relational consequences that leave people hurt, confused, angry, even despising the one who has hurt them. If you are one who is suffering the consequences of your own poor choices and maybe thinking that you are beyond help, perhaps you will identify with a man named Matthew, a man who was hated yet still valued by Jesus. Hey friends, I'm Jeremiah Porter, host of Project Lighthouse. I'd love to have you join us. To do so, click the subscribe button and the little bell icon to be notified as soon as we post new videos. You can read about Matthew's story in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 9, and verses 9 through 13. Why was Matthew hated so much by so many people? What did he do that he suffered such consequences? Well, he was working as a tax collector, working for the Roman government who was ruling over Israel during the time of Jesus. Roman taxes were incredibly oppressive, keeping people poor and often raising taxes without notice. In addition to that, the tax collectors were known to add a percentage here or there to the people's taxes in order to line their own pockets. When a person was unable to pay the exorbitant taxes, their land would be seized, sometimes even their children as payment. And Matthew, a fellow Jew, was one of the ones working for Rome, collecting the people's taxes in the city. In the eyes of his fellow Jews, he was a sellout, a betrayer, a criminal, a sinner, a real piece of, that. But as we read in Matthew 9:9, one day as Jesus was passing by Matthew's tax booth, Jesus saw Matthew and he said to him, "Follow me." Can you believe that? While Matthew was in the middle of his sinister work, Jesus invited Matthew to become one of his disciples. Matthew was actively ripping people off, and Jesus looked his way and said, "Follow me. Come be with me and walk with me. I see you, Matthew. I want you, Matthew. I value you, Matthew. I want to help you, Matthew. I want to give you brand new life, Matthew." And guess what? Matthew left his booth. He left his career. He left the guarantee of wealth and followed Jesus. Now, not everyone was excited about this, and we can understand why. Most people hated Matthew, and they could not comprehend how someone of Jesus' status would be willing to let such a scumbag join his band of followers. Why would Jesus include someone like Matthew? Matthew certainly does not deserve it. He made his choices and should suffer the consequences. But Jesus had something to say to the people. In verses 12 and 13, Jesus explained that it is exactly people like Matthew whom Jesus came to this world to save, namely sinners. Jesus is not concerned about what the sin is. He's concerned about the sinner. And he wants and will save all sinners who will surrender to him and follow him. Those who were paying attention would have realized two things. Number one, they too were sinners needing Jesus and entirely unworthy and undeserving of Jesus' love and mercy. And number two, they dare not exclude anyone because of their sinful past nor sinful present. Friends, Jesus loves you and wants you to follow him. He wants to forgive you of all your sin. He wants to heal you. He wants to transform you. He wants to free you from your bad habits, addictions, and selfishness. He wants to restore broken relationships. He wants to give you a brand new life with a brand new identity and a brand new hope and a brand new purpose. It does not matter what you have done, how long you have done it, how many people have been hurt by it, nor how much they have been hurt by it. It does not matter where your sin ranks on the severity scale of our justice system. It does not matter if you are young and messed up your life early. It does not matter if you are old and have lived a messed up life for most of your life. Jesus sees you. Jesus loves you. Jesus wants you. Jesus died for you. He forgives you. He can heal you. Jesus is calling you by name right now. He's calling you by name and inviting you, like Matthew, to follow him. He is saying to you today, come, follow me. Come as you are and follow me, and I will change you and give you a new life. Are you ready to say yes to Jesus today? If you've not yet put your trust in Jesus Christ, I would love to help you do that. Perhaps you have some questions you need answered before you are ready to give your life to Jesus. Or maybe you are ready to do that now. I'd love to chat with you and help you make this most important life decision that you will ever make. Email me by clicking the link in the description below. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Perhaps you'd like to know more about God's love for you. Check out a message I gave on Easter of 2020 called Greater Love. If you want to learn more about those Jesus called to follow him while here on earth, check out part 1 of this series, Follow Me. Both of these videos are linked in the description below. I love you. Jesus loves you. I'll see you next time.